Today we're having our third annual Tankake wotapi na taku icupi today. Our elders will eat and take a gift event. I worked with Lexi Leland, Little Dog, on translating it, and as I was explaining it, that the concept of it is to one, feed the elders, but also working with Lakota Made LLC, a botanical indigenous owned business. They donate 200 elder bundles, as they call it. And in the bundles it varies, but it's a lot of their products that they make for their retail store. And we give those out to the elders for free. And so as I was explaining this concept to Lexi, we just decided to keep it simple, and the elders are going to eat and they're going to take a gift.
So, we've got buffalo chuck roast, a little info sheet giving the backstory on Lakota Made and also what's included inside your bag here. Mashtinkala, dried corn, elderberry infused honey. This stuff is golden right here. A pain discomfort salve. Salve? Also, this works good too. Let's see here. Ooh, elder straight tea blend. And again, they tell you about it on this paper right there. And then lastly, a little what is measles sheet. So, yeah.
Ooh. All good stuff.
So Megan at Lakota Made reached out first, and initially it was just, hey, we got these elder bundles, can you help distribute them back on the Rosebud Res? It's like, yeah, sure, no problem. Happy to help. And so that first year, coordinated and collaborated with my previous employer because we had surplus buffalo meat. And it was getting towards the end of the school year, and I was like, you know what, let's use some of this meat up and make sure it doesn't go to waste. So that first year is just mostly myself and about 5 of our students' families volunteered, and we made a big old pot of soup on a campfire outside. And the weather was not cooperating, but we just did a drive-through style. First year, it's your test year. You see what works and what doesn't. And so we did a drive-through, and we got about like 50 to 70 elders that came through. It was a good turnout for first year. Anyway, we gave them the soup and their bundle, and that was the first year. And so last year, for the second annual, we rented this Bishop Jones space and used their kitchen, and we actually had a sit-down meal, and that was a really good turnout. I think there was almost 100 elders last year that came through. And same thing, did a full meal as opposed to just soup. We did buffalo roast, stew, I think a salad, but we aligned it with the tribe's Elder Day this year, which is a little bit later than what we did in the past. This year we did a lot of collaboration efforts with multiple programs. So Lakota Made, we got a sponsorship collaboration with Great Plains Tribal Leaders Health Board, doing some outreach on measles as well. So they're going to get some educational pamphlets regarding that. And they covered the costs of the meal ingredients, which is very helpful.
It's a real nice thing you guys are doing for the elders. And all the elders really appreciate it. I know they do. And being served and waited on makes you feel good too. Yeah.
Good evening. My name is Lori area of Chasing Hawk, and I came to this elderly recognition meal, and I loved it. It was just right. The meal, all the servings were just perfect and just right. And the meat was soft. It was perfect. It was good. I sure enjoyed myself here. Thank you for the gifts.
The dessert was delicious. Earlier this year, I had something similar. It was wild rice with blueberries mixed with honey, which was pretty good too.
Awesome.
Always good to try something different.
My name is Ken Ledoux, and I would like to provide some background on Elderly Day. A number of years ago, when Elderly Concerns and Elderly Day was first started, before it was a tribal holiday, it was a group of people, different concerned elderly, who gathered together, and there was no holiday or anything, but that was about 3 generations ago, and they were, interested in trying to keep all of the elderly people together, have common goals, and to advocate in behalf of the whole elder population. And I think it's most of those people have all passed away, and each subsequent generation seems to have been a loss in some of the emphasis. The first group, those people were very active. Not only did they come to have meetings on a regular basis, have dinners and different other activities, but they also took trips and visited other reservations. One of the things that I remember, this used to be associated with the Elder Games. The Elder Games used to be held on Friday and at St. Francis, and since it wasn't a tribal holiday and it was held on a Friday, tribal workers, if they participated, they got administrative leave in order to assist in helping the elders in those areas. So, that, and not only did, when they had the elderly period of time, they had the games, and then they had a powwow. They used to have a powwow at Ghost Hawk and gather down there and have additional eating and I guess gathering together to enjoy the company of their friendship. And one of the things that I always thought was unique and very much impressed in my mind, it was just they would have a elderly king and queen, and and they used to have the powwow in Ghost Hawk. There was a little dance arena down there, so it was a whole festive period of time. And then slowly, as those people passed away and the subsequent generations came along, a certain amount of the emphasis had died down. The tribe and its thoughts, creating an Elder Day, that is, to me, it's beneficial to the employees, but it's not, in my mind, very beneficial to the elderly, because you don't see too many young people at some of these gatherings. I think it is necessary because it's a part of our Lakota culture to have some respect and concern for the elderly. The dinner here was very good, not only with traditional medicines and traditional food. This is the second elderly activity that I've attended that had a lot of traditional foods, and it's interesting. We often don't realize the benefits of the buffalo and the variety of ways they can be prepared.
Real and little dog. Now I bet the real yamak bit khatkanka one chak chala unta bilahan ash. I bet the hechana wat khotko. Wait is zani unta bit yamak bit. I take it wotapi hunter. 300 yukunu zani picture. Chat techa kinano speech akya hunter. Would be like chak. No, Pilamaya. Let that go a DNA appropriate diet, how she walk like what she. Taku Tachunki na Hani Uyutapi na Taku Garapi, Hedge Unterbantu Zani Picte. Chalehan Woy to get Hawkina. Tchachama hat agni yuajashni champiska na miniskuya na washi taku heno khashnash lecha DNA proper director ngalapi hanta na waban khashka khatkhanka na he khaka na khachcha taku inte penati ha na woite chache dicha timsila shamkha was geht der Church ja hena chumta pianta khachank zani pikta chale tak yita penashte hani okala khatkhanka khalunta bi beto yohila ash dan ane chukumshne chale faster wopilavake tushka faster это гевой чак на тхоге кахача угилошта чавана лехан так вот хоть чай я на юта вот и да чай би кужахан ке het DNA proper direct я пьянта дизайни боки хибе я не вичашама баб chasing а гача би гобитик да вагла ке на лея вашичке на чахапи воите юте чапена киваштепшна carbohydrates in oet khukcha lakhta wenish lakhta penis detwika kish ikchevich hasha ena yuta pihanta champi kuja bre yoch en khoke chayesh ena egna kina takwit khachama ha mi ha DNA ma ena chayuta pihanta zani piktake hechumna wota pihanta up to Chibna Yamani, 30 minutes, money manaki, and 15 minutes, Yavanaki Kubanta ha. Champiki Yab Shani Wankabanta, Lilo Akatia, Ash, Yayina Akigilihuni, 30 minute walk, Hunterson Champiki Lila Kuliake, Jahaj, Ayataki slow Yabchika, Chavana Licha Wutavana, you watched the picture, Yankaki Lena, you house. Actually, Chaka Ash Lehan. It's a woman that was waited to so, had it to walk and then I had to know what can get a check. And what that was on him at Hanio Pictella. Pilama, I'm trying to wash the mail.
Oh, pilami I like this.